sister, this is why you don't play Alexander the Great. Do you hate Lusaka? Is this why you don't play Alexander the Great? It's just like, none of the above, we just haven't got round to it yet, We probably will. We've talked about it. When? I don't know. How long did it take? How long ago was Alexander the Great? It's a long time ago, isn't it? Might take that long. I don't know. What led you to an interest in flying? Well, this is a really weird confession because everybody thinks that I was the first pilot in Iron Maiden, but I wasn't. Nico McBrain was the first pilot in Iron Maiden. Oh. True statement, right? So Nico was learning to fly. I think I'll tell you the story, right? And this, so we were rehearsing in a little island just off the south coast of England, an island called Jersey, not New Jersey, Jersey, right? Little island, lovely in the summer, desperately miserable in the winter, Atlantic gales and drizzle and, So in the winter, all the hotels were available. So we rented the entire hotel and we had the ballroom set up with the equipment, and we were songwriting. But at the weekends, it was pretty fucking boring, right? So Nick was off learning to fly, Adrian was off fishing. Me and my mate Justin, we used to go do fencing competitions. I did one in Holland, one in Belgium, got drunk, tried to get laid, failed miserably, ended up in Paris, and 2 bottles of wine on an overnight train, sleeping in the toilet. The plan was to get back to a place called Cherbourg, early in the morning, and there was a little twin-engine puddle jumper that took off from Cherbourg Airport. 10 minutes away was Jersey, and we'd get back on Monday morning at some stupid hour. Well, that didn't work. We got to Cherbourg at 8 o'clock, the flight departed. At 8:01, we watched it depart. Shit. And of course, there was a cafe, and the cafe owner realised that we were both English, so he shot the cafe and drove off at high speed. There was a gendarme, he was half asleep, so he didn't care. And we were on our own in this terminal. The next flight is in 12 hours. But then I said, you know what? The crazy thing is, Nico can fly. I'll get Nico to come and pick us up. So, go to the payphone, put some money in, get through to Jersey, to the hotel, get through to Nico. I said, Nick, hi, it's Bruce. Yeah, mate, what is it? Yeah. So I said, Nick, we're stuck here, we missed the flight, and we thought, well, you're a pilot. I mean, you could come and pick us up, right? Oh, no, see, I can't, no, see, I'm not yet fully qualified. I can't fly on my own. I've got to fly with Charlie. I said, who's Charlie? Charlie's my instructor. Ex-war great geezer, lovely geezer. He's terrific pilot, great instructor. Fantastic geezer. Yeah, lovely, yeah. Okay. All right, I've got an idea. Maybe you could have a lesson on the way to pick us up. And then you could have another lesson on the way back, and we'll just sit in the back and watch. What about that? Would that work? I don't know, so I'll have to ask Charlie. Well, ask Charlie, see what happens. So I phone back half an hour later, I get Nick, he's like, right, yeah, I've asked Charlie, yeah, we're coming, we're on our way, yeah, we'll be there, yeah. Well, when? I don't know, but look out the window and see us. Looking out the window, and of course you can't see anything. It's low grey clouds, it's windy as fuck, the birds are doing this, the ones that are mad enough to fly, and the ocean is like grey and choppy and stuff, but then I see this little speck appears, and it gets closer, and I think, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Nico McBrain, and there he is, his aeroplane's doing this, in the wind, and finally he lands, and the airplane does a 180, and the propeller stops, and this bloke gets out the other side, fiddles about with the engine, and Nick opens the door, right, and looks at me and Justin and goes, oh, fuck, oh, no. I'm like, what have we done wrong, okay? I mean, I'm 5'6.5". And Justin's 6'2", big lad. And we've got these 2 bags of fencing equipment, like small golf bags, right? So we're basically 2.5 people. But I've never been near one of these airplanes before. So I'm going, wow, this is really cool. What is this? It's what is it? It's a Piper Cherokee. Oh, wow, cool, yeah. And it's got 4 seats, okay, right. You see, I didn't know then, but I do know now, that this aeroplane comes in different sizes. There's one with a 200 horsepower engine, one with 180, 160. And there was the one that we had, which is 140 horsepower. But the interesting conundrum is that all of these aeroplanes only have 4 seats. Why? Well, of course, how much weight can you actually put in a little Cherokee with a 140 horsepower engine? Actually, 2 big adults in the front and 2 small hamsters with a handbag in the back. But we were rather more than 2 small hamsters with a back. But anyway, Nick's like, oh, God, just get in the fucking plane, yeah, just get in. So I squeeze in, you know, and Justin's in, squeezes in here, like, what, this is cozy, you're blimey. So we get the fencing bag and shove it over into the baggage compartment, which is now full. When we're going to put the other one, we'll put it across our laps, you know. And as we're sitting there like this, suddenly the plane just goes, and the nose wheel's dangling in the air, and the tail is on the runway. I'm looking out the side at an angle, I'm like, wow. So that's interesting, Nick, is that normal? He goes, no, it's not fucking normal, it's definitely not fucking normal. Charlie! Well, Charlie, our RAF bloke, he's noticed this, obviously, you know, and handlebar moustache, waxed, you can hang your knickers off both sides of his moustache, you know. He comes up and goes, okay, chaps, don't panic, got a plan, okay. Right, Nick, now listen, I'm going to lift up the tail of the airplane, like that, and when I shout, everybody lean forward, by the way. A little bit more than that, yeah. And you start the engine. As soon as the engine started, I'll jump onto the wing, into the cockpit, and we'll be off. Oh, this is more than I bargained for. So I'm watching over Nick's shoulder as he pulls out this piece of paper, and he's like, it makes to do this shit. I said, Nick, what are you doing? He said, it's a checklist, mate, it's a checklist. You've got to do the checklist, it's aviation. Got to do the checklist in aviation. I said, it looks suspiciously like the instructions to me. I said, don't you know how to start the engine? Okay, then you've got to start the engine with a checklist. I said, yeah, but don't they teach you anything at flight school? I mean, I can't even drive a car, I can start a fucking car engine. How hard can it be, you know? You go, no, you've got to do the checklist, you've got to do it. Okay, all right, we'll do the checklist, okay. So he's like doing this. Then he opens the door. I said, what are you opening the door? We're going to go flying in a minute. Why have you opened the door? He goes, I've got to shout to make sure there's nobody standing around the airplane. There's nobody within 50 fucking miles of the airplane apart from Charlie, who's holding the tail up from having it strike the runway. It's all madness. You go, well, I've got to do it, it's on the checklist. Clear prop! I said, who are you fucking talking to? Harvey the invisible white rabbit has fucked off, right, he's gone, right? And then, you know, he presses the tick, with the propeller starts, and Charlie goes in his word, okay, everybody lean forward, jumps on the wing, into the cockpit, opens the throttle, and round we go onto the runway. Now, runway at Cherbourg is really, really fucking long. Right, really long, very long. Did I say it was very long? It's very fucking long. It was built by the Germans during the Second World War for their coastal command aircraft, you know, bombs and torpedoes. So it's really long, so they can take off. And it was lucky because we used absolutely every inch of it. Right? And so as we're sort of trying